So, we've picked up our first loss of the season. Want to find out who it's against? Here we go. Hello guys and welcome to Back to Glory here with Liverpool. And yes, as you can see, the return, it's not leg really, is it? But the return, game in our group. Bayern got the better of us this time around. I think it's probably, playing at home and stuff like that. But also it's because we had injuries. Yes, as you can see from our lineup. No Alisson, no, he's picked up another injury. It's only a few days that he's out, but he ended up missing this game. Same goes for Sadio Mane and also Leon Bailey. So our two main wingers were both out for this one as well. So that was a bit of a blow. Realistically, I mean, you look at the stats and stuff and you think, yeah, I suppose, But Joel Matip, as you can see, got sent off right late on. The game was already won by then anyway, but it was just the fact that brought him on, and then he pretty much immediately picks up a yellow card there at 85 minutes, and then 89 minutes gets a second yellow card. Kind of lost his head a little bit there, did Joel. Anyway, that is the loss. As for other results, we picked up a draw against Southampton in the Premier League. We got through against Brentford on penalties in the end, but yeah, it was a weekend side that we put out. But we are through to the next round of that competition. Who will we face in the quarterfinals? Well, it's Tottenham. That's who we've got in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. It's not a competition that we're paying much attention to, but hey, if it gives some of the younger players a bit of a run out, and that's how they're performing, then fair enough. In today's episode, I've decided to go with Aston Villa because they're playing quite well at the moment, and I thought we'd play them, and then we play Trabzonspor, a different team, in our group stage. And as for the group, things have got a little bit tighter. We were quite, far ahead, but because of that defeat, things have made things a little bit tighter. But if we get the result against Trabzonspor, that will book us a place into the next round. But anyway, that is what is going to be coming up in today's episode, guys. Right, let's crack on with it, shall we? Okay, so we are away at Villa Park, and as you can see, Alisson is back. He was only out, like I say, a few days, whatever, but he is back for this one. We've got Trent, Gomez, Philippe, and Andy Robertson, our standard back four for the season. Bentancur going to play in that DM, CDM kind of role. Henderson and Wijnaldum, it's going to give him a bit of a run out as well. Asensio and Anthony are going to play as the wingers, and then Lautaro Martinez is going to play up top. The reason being that Wijnaldum's getting a run. It's just, fitness. Anyway, as for Aston Villa, anyone in here that's jumping out at us? Not really. No one there, that we'd say, would be a surprise, I suppose. There's no, huge signings or anything there that I can, see off the top of my head. But anyway, right, let's see how we do. So like I say, the gap is down to 2 points now, so Man City are breathing down our necks, so hopefully we can get ourselves 3 points in this one, but it's going to be a little bit tricky. Like I say, Villa have been playing pretty well again this season, so we'll see how well they are playing against us, as Henderson now picks this one up, and Anthony now can surge forward into the box now. Can he pick anyone out here? He's played this one across. He can pick out someone. It's his wing partner, as it were, Asensio on the far side. He has notched his sixth goal of the season, so I think he was a decent signing, I think, and especially for the money that we paid for him. But nice bit of play here. Anthony just how he's managed to get that one across. To pick out Asensio through that melee of players is pretty impressive. A little bit of rain coming down now as I got the throw in, and it's Gilbert on this far side, plays it across. It's coming into Tibbling in the midfield, has to go all the way back here to Katic, and now he plays this one out, and Vega's now managing to get into the box, and they've managed to get an equaliser. The Trezeguet has managed to get in there, and maybe it's just Alisson Becker not back to full match fitness and stuff, was just not able to get down quick enough, and it was right in that bottom corner, wasn't it? It was close to hitting the post, but for Villa fans, they'll be pleased that, I think actually Alisson's actually got a hand on it, but he just wasn't able to actually keep it out, and it was only their first shot on target as well. So Andy Robertson now surging down that left hand side. It keeps going. It's got two Villa players on him, so yeah, I'm going to say he's going to do well to get past them both, but Villa have managed to get rid of that. But it's only got to Felipe, but he's under a little bit of pressure from the ex-Everton man there, Sandro, but played out here from Joe Gomez. Alexander-Arnold now will go down this right-hand side. We'll see if we try any luck down this right-hand side instead. Like, cuts it back to Henderson, into Anthony. Can he get a curler on this one? He doesn't need to get a curler on it. He just actually like turns and blasts it full power into the back of the net. I thought he was going to curl it into the top corner. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, he's actually just turned full sort of like, 180 and blasted it in past the keeper. I don't think the keeper expected this either, right? But he's just turned and just whacked it because the keeper didn't move. I thought he was going to aim it for that far post to get a bit of a curl on it, but no, Anthony just blasted it in, and that takes us into half time. So as you can see, fairly close on maybe on the attempts, really, but it's good to see that we've got 5 of those 7 on target. 2 goals to 1 is the scoreline at the moment, but yeah, I feel that we're in more control of the game than what Villa are, and I think their goal that they got was, I wouldn't say fortunate, but I just think it was just against the run of play more than anything. But let's see how the second half pans out. So second half, as Bentancur is on the ball. Here's Asensio as he cuts inside. Did he get served down there? No. Referees maybe played advantage, not sure. Gini Wijnaldum on the ball. I don't know what he's trying to do there. We're trying to get past a few players, but wasn't able to. It's coming back to Bentancur now. Felipe back to Robertson. Back to Felipe. Just knocking this about, and we're having to be forced all the way back here to Alisson. Good pressure from Aston Villa, which means that obviously we're having to try a different approach and go down we seem to have a bit of more joy down the right hand side, don't we? But it's Gini Wijnaldum here in midfield, and we're just being held up at the moment. Jordan Henderson trying to get that ball through to Lautaro. Needs to do better. He's gone off the ball a little bit, you know what I mean? He goes through sort of patches where he's on a real good scoring, and then he sort of has a few games where he's not been scoring that many, and at the moment he hasn't scored about 3 games, so he needs to be hitting the net a little bit more regularly. So a couple of changes, about 10 minutes or so to go. Going to give Curtis Jones a run out on that left-hand side, only because Marco Asensio's got a yellow card to his name, so I just don't want him getting sent off. And Lautaro Martinez not having the best of games, so Bobby Firmino is going to come on for him. But there we go. Those changes didn't make any difference whatsoever. There was no more highlights, but we've managed to get a 2-1 result. Like I say, Villa are playing fairly well, but as you can see, we should have had this game wrapped up with the amount of attempts that we had and the possession and stuff like that. Considering with the away side, we should have done a lot better. We just, again, Mr. Martinez. Yeah, I'm a little bit sort of disappointed. I mean, he wasn't one of my purchases, to be fair. You know what I mean, and. He just doesn't feel like he's my kind of sort of player, or he doesn't seem to fit well with this side, you know what I mean? So I know we spent a lot, or the club should have spent a lot of money on him. I don't think we'll have any chance of recouping that sort of money back for him, but I just think that at the moment he needs to make a bit more of an impression, because for the amount of money that we spent, or should I say the club has spent on him, he's just not performing in the manner that he should be. But maybe it's just, getting used to life in the Premier League and stuff, and a new country and all that. Maybe it's that, I don't know. But obviously we're not just going to change him straight away. We'll give him the full season and see what he's like towards the end of it. But anyway, enough of that. We need to now take on the Turkish side, Trabzonspor. And hopefully 3 points, and then we've booked ourselves a place into the round of 16, haven't we? So that is what's coming up. So just before we do get into that one, luckily for us, Norwich have done us a little bit of a favour there by holding Manchester City to a 1-1 draw. So we gain ourselves a little bit of a gap at the top now. We've got a 4-point lead. As you can see, not much happening in all the other games. Very low scoring sort of situation regarding that. Manchester United and Bournemouth at 1-1. Then we've got 3 sort of 0-0 games, and then obviously finishing off with the Man City one. So yeah, we came out probably the best of this sort of weekend so far, haven't we? But like I say, now it's time to take on the Turks. So 2 lineups going into this one. We're at Anfield, so we're going with a more of an attacking formation. We still got Alisson in goal. We still got the same back 4 as what we just took on Villa with. Henderson got the captain's armband, but this time he's got Naby Keita alongside him. Almada's come in and played in the cam role. Asensio and Anthony are going to still stay out on the wings, and also I want to give Lautaro Martinez another shot at, like, you know what I mean, trying to find the back of the net. So he's going to be there. There's a couple of players like you'll see like on the Trabzonspor side that you probably recognise the name. Mikel Antonio, obviously West Ham, and then we've got Nemanja Matic in the middle there, like, you know what I mean, obviously of Manchester United, but they've now moved on to Trabzonspor. Yeah, literally we get 3 points here, and we have got ourselves qualified, and that is the ultimate goal. Let's see if we can do it. So it is Trabzonspor with a deep throw in there, trying to get it all the way back to his, like, you know, defender. I'm not sure why they were trying to do that. No, not defender, sorry. I think he was going for the attacker, wasn't it? Because we're going that way. Yeah, but it was a long, like, deep throw-in, but nothing came of it in the end because we managed to pick it up and take the shot. Long cold kick now from their keeper and played out. And can we, like, get the ball off him? No, we can't. And in fact, they've given it away. Joe Gomez has now picked this one up. Plays out here to Anthony. We're going to have, like, joy down this right-hand side like we did against Villa. Well, Anthony's cut inside. He's still going. And, wow, yeah, he barged his way through there, didn't he? He was determined to get in there, and good play from the Brazilian. I think he's Brazilian anyway. I'm sure he is. Yeah, from the Brazilian that's managed to get all the way through here. As you can see, he picks it up here. No one's really like going to him now, but now they decide they wait until actually when he's in the box, which is a little bit more dangerous. Gets a bit of a lucky, you know, sort of deflection off the initial tackle, and the keeper didn't react quick enough, and Anthony is like giving us the 1-0 lead. Headed away by Bell. Henderson now like plays it back here to Trent. He's gonna, like, you know, maybe like pick someone out as he plays this one right the way across. Asensio, it's initially blocked, plays it back to Andy Robertson, but the highlight surprisingly ended, but now it's back sort of like with her, so I don't know why that ended and then came back as Joe Gomez is on the end of the box, edge of the box I should say. It's Anthony again, and he's managed to get into the box again. Is he going to get a second? This time he hits it kind of straight at the keeper, and the keeper doesn't look very sort of like, you know, sort of like safe hands, does he, like, and gives that away a corner. But unfortunately with the initial corner there from Anthony, he wasn't able to find anyone. But we can maybe get another second chance here. No, actually been given offside. Great ball forward, chance for Lautaro. Can he do it again? It's a very weak shot. He's, you know, if you're going to do like a weak shot, at least, like, you know, don't hit it straight at the keeper. It's just confidence maybe. I don't know what it is, because he was scoring and then he's not now. Don't understand it. But it seems like Anthony is the one that's causing Trabzonspor all of the problems, and as I say that, he's on the ball again, but this time he plays it inside. Henderson goes the other side. Asensio had to head that back because he didn't get control of it. Navigator's played it out here to Andy Robertson. Robertson now pulls this one back, and this time Lautaro does find the back of the net. It's a more of a simple goal, like, and I'm sure, hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll, like, you know, boost a little bit of his confidence, because he has been lacking, and it still wasn't, like, you know, a definitive shot. It was just, you know, just a little bit of a tap in, which, you know, he's even got lucky there, because as you can see on the replay, he's hit it straight at the defender, and the defender's, like, you know, it's ricocheted off him and gone in. So it wasn't really clean anyway, was it? But we are leading 2-0 here at half time, and as you can see, it should be a lot more. 22 shots in that first half, only a single shot there from Trabzonspor. This game should be our sight by now. It should be 5-6-0 already in this first half, and it just isn't, because the shots that we are getting on target have been very poor, very weak, yeah, we need to do a lot better, because all it takes is for them to get one goal on the back end to boost confidence, and we could end up, like, you know, like dropping points, and it's not what we want. So we've got a free kick with Almada now. Plays this one to the far stick. Felipe was coming in, but couldn't keep the header down. Another chance for Almada from another free kick, floating this one in. Joe Gomez is there, picks up his first goal of the season. Doesn't get that many goals as Joe, and yeah, that's nice to see. Andy Robertson, though, beats him to the ball, Stanislas, and it's Asensio now surging into the box, and he's gone for this top corner. The keeper does actually do something this time and gets a hand to it, but he's not looking the best of keepers. And like I say, if we could do better at getting some quality shots on him, this game would be done. Like, I mean, I know we're winning 3-0, but it'd be nice if it was 4 or 5 and I could start, like, you know, resting a few players. So we have got around about 10 minutes or so. We're going to make a couple of changes. Sadio Mane is back from injury, and I'm just going to give him a bit of a run out to get him some, like, game time and stuff. So he's going to come on, and Reece James is going to come on for Trent, because Trent is just looking a little bit tired at 67%. And we'll see how things go. We've only got 10 minutes or so. I won't make the third changing unless I have to. Stanislas now over this free kick for them. We've managed to head this one away. It'd be nice to, like, you know, get a clean sheet. It's Sadio Mane now. I'm going to stretch his legs. Hopefully he doesn't pull a hamstring or anything. Do you know what I mean? And surges forward here. Plays it across. There's a chance for the Toro, and he's hit it straight at the keeper. And again, you know, you pay 146 million, I think, for a player. You'd expect him to be doing a hell of a lot better in front of goal. Can we make it number 4 as Andy Robertson now with only, you know, into injury time is he's trying to get past Romeo here, and he's battling with him, and he's eventually got it across, but he unfortunately wasn't able to find anyone. But it has come to the edge of the box here, but it has been dispossessed, and a chance for Turkish side to be able to get the ball away. Well, they managed to play in from behind here. Cordoba's there, like, you know what I mean? Tievi's like played this to the back stick, and they have got rid of that like clean sheet. Yeah, just switched off there. Stanislas has come in from the back here. Like, it was just a bit of just a terrible sort of bit of defending here. Reece James there, you know, sort of got it, didn't get it. And Stanislas has sneaked in around the back. Andy Robertson, like, you know, just switched off. And yeah, it's a shame that we didn't keep the clean sheet. But it's a 3-1. It means that we've qualified, which is good to see. But yeah, considering that was the only shot that the Turkish side had on target in the 93rd minute, yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. Realistically, that we need to make sure that we play to the whistle. So as you can see just there, yeah, as the emails come through, Liverpool have qualified. I'll just show you the group, and as you can see, along with Bayern Munich, which we pretty much expected to be those two teams going through. We still got obviously one game left to play. Just seeing if any other teams have already qualified. As you can see, the Real Madrid like group there. Chelsea struggling. They've only played 4 games, but that's quite a tight group really. Celtic actually doing better than what I actually thought. Atletico have managed to get themselves through, even though they've only played 4. Manchester United, that's not, well, I thought like they were gonna like that was an easy group, but they're not guaranteed just yet, are they? Like, you know what I mean? That's interesting to see. PSG and Juventus, yeah, no problem, runaway winners of those group. And then we've got Group F to be decided. Same goes with Group G. Manchester City, I've just noticed, struggling a little bit there. Monaco, top of that group. Well, that's an interesting one. So, I mean, it is still tight. So Man City can obviously still go through, but that's an interesting one. Benfica have managed to get themselves through in Group H. But yeah, still a few things like that could cause maybe a few shocks there, like, you know what I mean, it's a possibility. But there we are. That is, yeah, today's episode, guys. And one of those will be going down, like, you know, really nicely. And yeah, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one. This has been Dave from Mumongu Gaming, signing off. Cheers.